This one off today.
Leading off for Pittsburgh, the second baseman, Howie Hendricks.
Here it comes. Line to the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
Batting second, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Here's Jason Hayward now. Pair of hits in 5 trips to the plate in yesterday's game. First delivery to him on the way. Looking at his career totals, Hayward is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. There's a line drive base hit to left field.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Now at the plate, Manny Machado. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. From the stretch. Takes this the other way to right. Richard is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. In now, Adam Duvall, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. First pitch on its way. Hard hit ball to short. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. One left for Pittsburgh, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless. Zach Wheeler, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, taking a look at the numbers, you see that ERA a little under 4 last season. But I think his team and organization, they're expecting some bigger and better things out of him this year. We'll see if he can get off to a better start in this one.
And guys, as we take a look at the Pirates coming into this afternoon, they come in off to a bit of a slow start with just 1 win in their first 3 tries.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring up the outfielder Clint Frazier. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. On the move is Hayward. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases.
And that's hitting one-on-one right there, guys. The only way you're able to execute that type of base hit on that type of pitch is to recognize it early, stay tall, stay back, and trust the process.
Fouled off. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Hey, you know, D-Row, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're aware of it. As a veteran player, you can live with that.
Clearly should have been content to just move up 90 feet on the hit to right, but they were thinking first to third all the way. The right fielder came up and delivered a seed to third to get his man. Not a real tough throw, but it was a good one.
In now, Randy Arozarena, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. Arozarena is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field.
Yeah, and it works for him. It works for him in a lot of ways, like you said, Matty. Hits the ball on the ground, he has the potential to beat it out. I can't tell you what this does for an infield or an outfield defense to be put on their toes and have to make plays against this guy.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball, not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
The count now at 2-2. Wheeler pauses, and the pitch. Belt, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand one, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Stepping into the box, Didi Gregorius. He'll get it started against Jimmy Nelson as we get the inning underway. Slice down the left side, but foul. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Reined in. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 5.
Now at the plate, Jed Jerko, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Drilled right back up the middle. Fielded cleanly, and that's the second out. So striding forward now, Byron Buxton. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And he's going to make the catch. And he paid a big price for it, too, as he crashes headlong into the wall. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. Through an inning and a half, no score on the show. The next Cub up, Matt Chapman, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Popped him up. Jerko is there for it. One down.
Batting fifth, the right fielder.
Here's Randall Grichuk. He went deep in the contest last night. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Kike Hernandez stands in as he looks at a called strike. Wheeler's ready. Here it is on 0-1. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
Hey, down 0-2, he better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We'll move to the third with no score. Top of the third set to get underway, and here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Towards second, and this is taken for the out. One away now in the Pittsburgh third, and the pitcher strides into the batter's box. Here's Zach Wheeler. First delivery to him on the way. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Frazier comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Howie Kendrick hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Kendrick waiting. Now the pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Third inning, no score to this point. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Heading out towards shallow right. Richard will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Down in. And that'll bring in Tom Murphy. He drove in 2 of his club's 3 runs in last night's affair. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
And here's a pitch high and tight for a ball. 1-1. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
The MO of this pitcher in the early going is certainly establishing the inside part of the plate. He has been dominant. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat if a guy can effectively, consistently pitch inside like he is.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Tom Murphy is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the 3rd. Into the box now, Jimmy Nelson, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Curveball close, but it's 1-1.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
First pitch of the at-bat. Paul DeYoung is in for the 2nd time here as he looks at a ball high. 1-0. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, DeYoung enters the day with a slugging percentage in the 460s, a number he can be proud of. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Wow, that's 4 straight Ks. He's knocking them down. He's looking for number 5 right here. You can tell this.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Cubs are down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. So that'll bring up Jason Hayward as we begin the top of the 4th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The third baseman, number 13.
Now at the plate, Manny Machado comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hit hard on the ground to the right. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adam Duvall. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Liner towards second. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Belt will take this one himself, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. On. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And that'll bring up the outfielder, Clint Frazier.
The left fielder. Clint.
High and deep down the left field line. And no one will get this one. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Going back is the center fielder into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot that time for Clint Frazier. First home run of the campaign for him, and they've taken a one-run lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
The first baseman, number 9.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. A base hit in his first trip. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. Two and one.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Yanked foul off to the right. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Count remains full. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes.
Now
That
batting,
elevated
center
fastball.
fielder,
Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time, you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss, and another strikeout.
To the plate now, Randy Arozarena. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
To 1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes from Zach Wheeler.
That's outside.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
A swing and a ground ball to third. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. He makes the throw to first. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman.
Into the box, Matt Chapman. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago. Back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Well, Matt, I talked with Pittsburgh's manager during the inning break about the Pirates' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said it's been a real team effort to focus on a line drive approach, and that is certainly evident in this game. Our stat guys tell me they've hit 9 total line drives, and even though not all of them have resulted in base hits, those are the swings the team believes leads to a lot of success at the plate.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Skied into straightaway right. There to play it is Grichuk, and that's the first out.
Now batting,
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder Byron Buxton. Hit hard on the ground to short. DeYoung gathers it in. And there's out number 2. So coming to the plate, Yadier Molina hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the results.
Bullet to second base. A fine play, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. It remains 1-0. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and the big right-handed bat of Randall Grichuk saunters into the batter's box next. Good curveball there. Clipped the outside black for a called strike. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
This guy uses that two-seamer to set up his other pitches. Two-seamer in, breaking ball away.
Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Hernandez behind a ball and 2 strikes.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Tom Murphy will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. Wheeler into his motion, coming at him with the 0-1. And there's ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. 3-2 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And it's fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Popped him up. Jerko in foul ground, and no one will track it down. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, but they hold a 1-0. So here now is the pitcher, Zach Wheeler. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Howie Kendrick. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Takes this the other way to right, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
The right fielder,
now in the box, Jason Hayward. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last 8.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Down in order. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jimmy Nelson. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count. This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
And that is through into center, a base hit, and the opposing pitcher gets aboard to kick off the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop.
First pitch on its way.
He came to play today. Not just only on the bump right there. He's thrown the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute and help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs. Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. In the air now out to left field. Duvall will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Clint Frazier will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs, but they're on top. Here's Manny Machado now. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
The windup and the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's through into center field, so the tying runs aboard to kick off the inning.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
At the plate, Adam Duvall. Hard on the ground towards short. Oh, a diving stop. To second for 1. Safe.
Boy, that was a smooth play, wasn't it? Great job to lay out and make the stop, and then to feed to second from his knees for the out. Pretty impressive display there.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Strike taken, the throw. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
That was great wheels against a great arm behind the plate, and the arm won that time. He's got one of the best catcher arms in all of baseball, and he showed right there why he's a guy you don't want to run on.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Scooped up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. The Bucks go down quietly. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Randy Arozarena, due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
A 1 pitch on its way.
I got a ball, 1 strike. That's the ball.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
High in the air out to center field. Buxton is there, and he has it for the first out. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Slow roller down the third baseline. One out, nobody on. Fouled off.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Randall Grichuk at the plate now as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Wow, I think he took it for granted there a bit. Probably thought he had it in the bag, and he just lost concentration for a minute. Now his pitcher has to pick him up with 2 outs.
Runner at first following the error, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman Kike Hernandez. A runner on first with 2 away. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
0-2.
And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side is retired. Cubs strand 1, but they're up 1-0. Here's Jed Jerko now. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally. Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard to short. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Line to the right side. But this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Cubs 1 and the Pirates nothing. Settling in now, Tom Murphy. He'll lead things off here in this one run.
Let's play ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Here comes the first pitch.
Well, that's off the plate.
Soria has pitched north of 700 innings in the majors, and with an ERA just hovering around the 3.00 benchmark. Count even now at 1-1. Now here it comes.
2 balls.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he's struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the
The
bullpen.
batter, number 11. Shortstop, Paul.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. Popped him up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Cubs are down in order, but they lead it 1-0. Chris Martin takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 55, Chris Martin.
Joey Votto will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Joey Votto.
A bouncer up the middle, reined in. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Now back.
So the Pirates' batting order turns over and set to go. Howie Kendrick, he lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. No balls and a strike to count. Again, another foul ball. Kendrick waiting, now the pitch. And this is lifted out towards straightaway center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Up next to the Pirates.
Digging in to try it again, Jason Hayward. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Now a ball hit sharply toward third. And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched